You're listening to the Visionary Lifestyle Podcast, the show that's dedicated to raising consciousness and empowering you to activate your highest potential. I'm your host, Magda Freedom Rod. Greetings, Rainbow Warriors. I'm coming to you from Amrita Puri Ashram in Kerala, India today. I pray I can get enough connection to actually upload this show. I've been here nearly 3 weeks now, and I have to say it's been a very deep experience. Lots of personal growth happens in a deeply activated place like this. Whew. Keep an eye on my Visionary Lifestyle Guide Instagram page for the behind-the-scenes insights on my journey here. Now, I'm thrilled to announce that I just completed a course in Reiki, so I'm now a certified practitioner, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with people who are in need of energy healing. In India, I usually find myself being more of a student than a teacher. I sharpen my tools and add new ones to the kit, and it feels so good. I'm deepening my practice, I'm doing tons of yoga and meditation, and I'm recharging myself. I'm filling up my cup so that I can continue sharing with you and everyone else who is interested in the gifts that I'm sharing. So today our guest is Nancy Ash. Reverend Dr. Nancy Ash is a modern-day mystic and pioneering midwife to the new paradigm since the 1970s. Her heart-centered voice is heard worldwide as a passionate new thought leader, healing conduit, author, poet, web TV host of Kaleidoscope, and former radio co-host championing peace for women, men, and children on this planet. Ordained in 1985, Reverend Nancy is a senior minister at the vanguard of interspiritual dialogue. Professor Ash is president of the New Paradigm Learning Community, New Earth Theological University, and is a post-grad advisor as Dean of its School of Interpersonal Studies. She is also Executive Director of New Earth University, the learning arm of a global movement, the New Earth Project. As a teen, Nancy studied at the School of Visual Arts in New York while working in graphic design at CBS before receiving a bachelor's degree from the University of Maryland. During that phase, she met and studied briefly with mythologist Joseph Campbell, inspiration for her life work. Dr. Ash holds a PhD in religious studies from Metropolitan University and earned a Doctor of Divinity degree in metaphysics and spirituality. In tandem with 40 years as a oneness advocate in evolutionary consciousness, Nancy is honored to serve as a founding trustee for the unprecedented initiative, the ITNJ, the International Tribunal for Natural Justice, a world court for the people and by the people. Reverend Dr. Nancy Ash is the author of 2 books, Garland of Grace, Sitting with the Dying Sun, and Doing a 360, Turning Your Life Around to Follow Soul's Purpose. I was blessed to meet Nancy at the New Earth Festival in Bali. Turns out she's an old yogi, so no wonder we hit it off famously. We had a great chat with a beautiful view, and she told me all about New Earth University. The university is divided into 6 schools that Nancy will outline in the interview. The New Earth University is currently blossoming online with 5 to 10-year plans of expansion into physical structures and locations. After getting to know each other, I was honored to be invited to join the faculty of the School of Health and Wellness and contribute my work of conscious eating and more to their massive database of open source content online. Please make sure to check the show notes to get links to everything we discuss, and do make sure to check out the New Earth University website. This is a new paradigm of education, sharing the information that our world truly needs now. I'm so grateful to learn that this is happening. It really gives me hope for the future. So now, please enjoy the show, and namaste. Nancy Ash, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Magda. I am so honored to be in your vibration right now here in beautiful Bali, Indonesia.
Thank you. Yes, it's
So
the New Earth
wonderful.
Festival.
Thank you so much
Seeding
for
a New Earth. Yeah.
doing this under this beautiful tree. In
Views
this
of the rice paddies.
amazing rice paddies and delicious vegetation and sky, and it's
I know, green
beautiful.
as far as the eye can see. I keep saying it feels like the heart chakra here because it's just green everywhere.
Yeah.
We're in the love
Ooh,
vibration.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm an old yogini,
Yay.
so I love that. Yeah.
You're an
that's
old
cool.
yogini. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we got to talk
Actually,
about that
Ancient
too.
futures, so you know.
Perfect. Yeah. So, well, yoga probably set the foundation for you, right? For where your life has gone.
Actually, I knew at a very young age that I was part of something very interesting here in the world. And at age 11, I wanted for my birthday, I wanted a telescope. I did not want a Barbie doll, you know? I wanted a telescope so I could see the sky and look at all the beautiful stars and visit home where, you know, I missed home. Like, why am I in this harsh place? So, and then at 16, I did, in an interesting way, discover yoga through a friend who invited me to a class. And I had my permit so I could drive. So
Yeah.
I went and I met my mentor. She is still my mentor to this day, Dr. Joan Kay.
Amazing.
And she's, well, I won't give away her age, but she's a few decades older than me. And we still speak regularly, and she's absolutely amazing. She introduced me to Gene Houston, and that's how I met Joseph Campbell, and that's what set me on the path. Joseph Campbell. And I studied with him briefly. And yeah, here we are, full circle. You know,
which path is that he put you
the
on?
heroine's journey. The heroine's journey in all phases of it.
What is that? What's the heroine's journey?
So, well, for me in particular, following soul's purpose and building community, always being a part of building back then, you know, in the 70s. It was the new age, everything was the new age. And of course now that term is sort of not as popular, let's say, right? New thought community. So here we are, altruistically building community,
Right.
you know, the ABCs, right? And so, yeah, it was part of building, bringing in the new paradigm, the mythology of oneness, let's say, that we need so desperately,
Right.
in this world, you know.
And the piece that you're holding right now, you're the director of the New Earth University.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful.
Daunting but
Position to hold.
doable.
Daunting but doable.
We
Great.
have a lot of work to do. We have tremendous opportunity for so many people. We recalibrated the university from the prior New Earth Institute, which was really, quite honestly, it was kind of flat and dysfunctional. It just wasn't working in its configuration, I guess. And so presently it is just flourishing beautifully, and I can see it blossoming and growing. So it needed to shift into that, rather than being an institute, one small institute, a universal city of light, a university, but a new university, not the old paradigm university.
Right,
you
New
know?
Earth University.
Yeah, New Earth University, new ways of being, rooted in pure truth. It's so important.
Yeah, well, great timing. The world needs us now
Ah,
more than ever to
yes.
be doing this work.
And
So-
like what you're doing, what an honor, because you're a voice of oneness, like myself. We all have our own gifts, inimitable gifts, and you're doing this, you're getting the word out,
Right.
which is so important. So
Right.
thank you so much.
So I bring them
for
to
doing
you,
that.
and then you help educate them, and then we just keep the cycle going, and we keep
That's it.
the positive change, the growth
Yeah,
going
yeah.
forward in the right direction
Yeah.
to create a new earth, like a positive, happy, vibrant, thriving earth and people. So what is the offering for people at New Earth University? What is the invitation to people?
Good question. The invitation is open sourced, and we have resources. We have a full repository of resources that are openly available to all. Okay, First of all, that's important. Because we have a two-prong approach and we have the online university, the digital, we have, now that we've recalibrated the whole portal, the website, newearth.university, we have a library, Magda, which is so cool. And it's just beginning. But we have a wonderful dedicated staff. And Dr. Ellen Connor has joined and helping me about 6 months ago, and she's so delightful. She's a fabulous scientist, a researcher, and so we're collating and curating all of this best information to go into that library so that any of your listeners can go on the site and just search what you want. Like, let's say you want to search about open source technology or New Earth community or about anything, healing techniques and so forth. These resources are there that are offered from the faculty, from the staff, and from the fellows of the university. Yeah, so it's a real collaborative, project. So that's really exciting. And all of the faculty get together in the schools, and each school has a purpose and its objectives. And then there are what we call toolkits. If you think of, like building a house, you've got people have their toolkit, they've got their little hammer hanging there and their, the nails and the
drill.
All the drill and the measuring, all those gadgets, the tools in their toolkit. So we provide toolkits so that people can build community like here at Bali Haven, the New Earth Haven. Because I don't know anything about I am not a scientist. I am not a radionics expert or a permaculture expert. I know a little bit about a few of these things. My wheelhouse is learning and consciousness and spirituality. So in those arenas, I would contribute more. But we cross-pollinate through the schools, which is very exciting, like science and tech with design and development. So you get the biomimicry and the scalar technology, and then apply it into these amazing dome homes like I'm looking at right here, or like the scalar technology from Dr. Don Paris, who's in our NEST, New Earth Science and Technology discipline.
I haven't dived into the scalar technology. I'm intrigued by it, but I really don't know much about it.
Fascinating.
And you have courses on this in school?
We have courses. We have a few complementary courses. There's a place when you go to the website where it says courses, and then there's a section for complementary courses that our faculty are gifting. I'm still finishing up mine that I'm working on. We've got Dr. Ann Rawlis in the United States just did a course on Agnihotra, which isn't up yet, but it's really wonderful, and she's so excited to share and gift that. And then of course we also have other webinars and course curriculum that is developing, and we have affiliates that have courses already too. Like the brilliant Dr. Robert Gilbert, who is one of our fellows but has the Vesica Institute. So when we became the university, he immediately embedded in as an affiliate that institute. So that's where we knew we were on the right track, so that the university would be holding the field, the sacred field, so to speak, for all of these amazing institutes, schools, organizations, individuals, whatever, to come in and play, in this like sort of big digital playground. And then of course the vision, the 5-10-year plan is on-site development.
So building a physical school.
Oh, absolutely, like here. And right now as we're speaking, we have some symposia activity kind of going on with, Sasha Stone, our wonderful co-founder. And so symposia is a big part always of what the Institute was and now as the university. So we'll be doing more of that on site in all these different places. Like Sierra Leone is a big project that is on our radar. We have a huge proposal in for that, development of lots of land with the government of Sierra Leone. Huge project, thousands of hectares of land, oceanfront.
That's
to
exciting.
come in.
Wow.
They said, could you please come and help us help us bring this new paradigm to the people, you know. We were just,
Sure.
yeah.
Yes.
So my vision is New Mexico. That's where I'm based, New Mexico in the United States. And so my husband Jonathan and I, that's been a vision, is to have community. And as it's evolving, we're realizing, oh yeah, we'll have a New Earth University campus there. And we're probably going to wind up living on that property like we have a haven. So there'll be a New Earth haven there.
Nice.
And then there's so many other people, Magda, that have properties and communities already. In India, there's a wonderful couple I met yesterday, and that's the plan, is their institute is already active, and they want to embed within the university and co-create and collaborate and have programs on site as well as online. So there's that like two-prong, you know, kind of
Sure.
approach.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And taking it global, which obviously makes all the sense in the world.
It has
We're
to
talking
be.
about healing the world and
Yeah.
moving the world forward in a positive direction with this new paradigm and
Yeah.
all these teachings. So you mentioned there are different schools within the
Yes.
university. I believe there are 6. Is that right?
Yes.
Can you walk us through what
I
those are?
would be delighted to. And originally we had many more, like we had faculties and academies, and it was just kind of set up. It was a little convoluted. So people used to always say, I don't understand. And so that was part of the thing. And this is interesting for your listeners. I think they'll enjoy this. It took almost to the day 9 months to birth this. Isn't that fabulous how spirit works?
That's
I mean,
just
you can't.
confirmation synchronicity.
Oh my
again.
God,
Yeah.
amazing. And
Not
so
surprised.
we
That's
get
cool.
together in meetings.
Yeah.
Our faculty, we meet every 2 weeks. Sometimes we meet every week, depending. And there are people from all over the world. And we have these amazing meetings. We always start with a sacred experience. And then we discuss, you know, strategies and who's doing what and what's happening and projects, and we share things. And so the School of Consciousness and Spirituality is the heart. That's that, its symbol is the toroidal energy, the Taurus, which is so beautiful. Michael Tillinger was just speaking about that in his workshop.
Yes.
And I saw that photo and I said, that's it, there's our, almost identical, you know.
Yeah.
So that is the heart, and then around that are the 5 other schools. So there are 6 schools presently, and each school has 2 disciplines presently. And how we design this is that each discipline, the 2, represents the sacred feminine and the divine masculine.
So every school is balanced.
Yes, in harmony with each other. That 1 + 1 = 3. You know, that gestalt, that the sum is greater than the parts, right?
Together we're more than the sum of
Yeah.
our parts. Yes.
And
common thread in this show.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and all of it was kind of like, is this going to work? And, you know, I remember speaking with Sasha, and he's like, wow, yeah. And he goes, okay, just let's do it. You know, let's see, because this is an organic process. I mean, we really haven't done this before. Education is so darn broken. It's so
Yeah.
boring, and it's like it's way too expensive, and it's just so dysfunctional. So we need, and that's what we're doing. We're walking the talk. We're not just talking about it, we're doing it,
Right.
which is cool. So again, there's the sacred ground of being, then comes the doing. The sacred ground of being as that, you know, the divine feminine, and then the doing, the divine masculine. So that's really exciting to see it starting to blossom and really, you know, get some traction, and
Right. It's happening.
really
So
awesome.
spirituality and consciousness is the first
Is
school?
the heart.
The heart of the
And
school.
then we
Okay.
have the School of Natural Law, sovereignty, and self-governance. So sovereignty, the sacred feminine, that whole space, that womb space, right? And then self-governance from the sovereignty, as we wake up to our sovereignty. And my wheelhouse is soul sovereignty. But then we take action in our self-governing principle that we have through New Earth. Then there's a really wonderfully developed school. It always was. When I came on board 2.5, 3 years ago, it was pretty much well developed, Magda. It's the School of Health and Wellness. It probably has more faculty, I don't know, maybe about 15 different faculty, you know, professors, wisdom keepers, world-renowned experts in their field. And so it's a beautiful school. And for example, in that school, Dr. Danielle Brooks has a lovely program, one of the video programs called Heal Yourself. So
Nice.
She's been with us about maybe 2 years. I met her through another online university that I run, Newport Theological University. And Danielle came in, and so she's been hosting that show, which is beautiful. And so the sacred feminine in health and wellness is conscious, birth, and dying. That was always a separate entity within New Earth when I came in, and it's so powerful. It's really the essence, it's the heart too. So we have extraordinary people on this faculty. I mean, amazing. Linda Hamilton is our coordinator for the school. She's based out of Costa Rica.
Nice.
And then the divine masculine principle, let's say, aspect is that action is wellness, sovereignty is the discipline. So all of the wellness principles, we even have on the website when you go in, a declaration of wellness sovereignty. They can read it and really take responsibility for your health. Like that wake-up call, like you don't need an intercessor, you don't need a doctor to tell you what to do. Screw that. You just don't need that. So.
Perfect. Yes, we don't need the doctor to tell us.
No.
We can tune into our own intuition, educate and empower ourselves to bring ourselves to our own perfect, vibrant health without the help of doctors. We certainly with the internet, there are no excuses now. All the information is out there, and for a concentrated, conscious source of it, people can now just go straight to Newport University. How great! What a great resource for people.
It is. That is the main thing. How it was always the energetic source code was always to be open sourced information, availed to all. So what better way, I mean, these days here in, 2017 presently, what better way than, with a portal? And it's a beautiful website, how it was completely redone. And it's a cool thing. Most people don't know this, so I've shared this with your listeners. Roman, who is our IT wizard, I call him and I created the site together like we would flow. Literally, we would work 10, 12-hour days, Skyping with each other, and he would make adjustments and say, how is this? And then we would tweak it. And so there again was that 1 + 1 = 3, the sacred feminine. And one day we said, do you realize what we're doing? How it wound up just you and me, because I'm not an IT. I mean, I know a little code, but enough to be dangerous. So isn't that beautiful? Everything was sort of about intention, I think.
And how it happened organically that way.
Yeah.
So within the health and wellness school, conscious birthing and dying, these are great topics that definitely need more light and attention. However, health and wellness are such a bigger umbrella than these two aspects. So does it contain more in addition to that? All aspects of health and wellness? Okay.
So health and wellness being the name of the school, and then having those disciplines. So the wellness sovereignty sort of covers the full gamut from A to Z.
Gotcha.
Of all aspects of healing, like juicing and you name it, every kind of imaginable type of healing.
Wow, I'm looking forward to deeply exploring that and spending some time on that when I have a decent Wi-Fi connection.
Yes,
which
and
has not been happening
I will invite your listeners too. Anyone who has ideas that comes in and says, like this is missing from there. Ooh, this needs to be in there. That's what we're doing. We're pulling in all these resources, and then our staff, it's all volunteer. This is all gifting. Isn't it amazing?
Incredible.
It's all gifting. And there are presently about, I would say there's about 80, maybe 90 of us actively working together. And that's incredible.
That
I mean, we have
incredible.
about 35, 40 fellows who, they write white papers and articles and resources. And, like Michael Tillinger is one of our fellows of the university. NEU,
that's great.
as we affectionately call it.
NEU.
So,
That's cute. Okay, what are the other schools?
Okay, so let's see, I think we did 3. So another really, they're all fractals of the whole, so there's no one more important than another, is Socioeconomics and Ecology. And this is an interesting school. This is so powerful because the disciplines of resourced economy and ecology and regeneration. I mean, how important is this to look at, like I'm looking at now, at these amazing rice fields here. And to know that our earth, our beautiful Gaia, the oversoul of our earth, we have all the resources we need if we regenerate and respect earth.
Right.
We need to move out of from a money to a gift economy. We don't need money. Which is a whole nother, I mean, we could do, I
asked
a million
Sasha
conversations
about gift economy. He said, this interview is way too short for me to really even get into it. Yeah.
So that's...
But planting the seed in the listener is about, this is another way of being on this planet.
Right.
If we get rid of the money and we change it, evolve it into a gift economy.
That's right.
Well,
where we
all
think
just
about
offer what we have, and by that, all our needs are met.
It's so, I mean, I remember when I was younger, I mean, anything I wanted to do, well, I need an allowance, Mom. When I was 12, 13 years old, it's like, I need money to do what I want to do. No, you don't. But that's what we were brought up. We were spoon-fed that. It's all lies, lies, and more lies, right?
Right. So an example of a gift economy is, I'm hungry and I'm gonna need some food tomorrow. I want to have some lunch, and let's see, I don't have any money in my pocket. Go to the local restaurant, or the chef, even better, or a friend, and say, hey, how about I teach you a yoga class and you make me lunch after, right? So I'm offering something in exchange. I'm giving what I have to offer. I'm gifting them a yoga class, and they're gifting me a meal. So just a simple, basic
and after
example.
Listening to Michael's talk before, Michael Tillinger, bless his heart, oh my goodness, there's so much resonance there. And so this would be an example, like sort of this cross-fertilization. So someone like Michael, as a fellow, is here with us at this amazing festival, and then part of it is this, symposium, these talks, and co-creating together these ideas so that these resources are availed. So now when I get back home, my homework as the oversight to this whole enchilada is to make sure that all of these resources, as much as I can pull together from all my notes and these amazing sound bites that I got, will go into the library and into the various schools. And then there are many people I've met here that will probably be joined. They've asked, about joining the faculty or the staff. And so they'll be gifting their information, content, whether it's videos, articles, photos, whatever it may be, as part of those toolkits.
Right.
So that let's say one of your listeners is out in, I don't know, somewhere in South America, or let's say Canada, wherever, and they have a community, or they're starting a community, and they need help, right? So we're here to help, to provide that completely free. That's what we're here to do.
Here's some bioarchitecture information. Here's some permaculture information, things that you might need to
how to
build
clean
a community.
The water the best way, how to have the best scalar technology and the environment that creates these healing spaces. How to resource the land with regeneration, seed banks.
What a concept.
That is so key. In fact, I am looking for a worldwide seed bank coordinator. I've been praying for somebody to come forth who is willing to do database work and really take that on as a passion for the world, to help.
Maybe Vandana Shiva has an old intern or something that might be available.
Very cool.
Anyone that would have been working with her would probably be passionate about taking something like that on.
Yes. So that was, let's see, that was the fourth school, right? So we have two more. Another biggie school, they're all big and wonderful and amazing, is the School of Science and Design Innovation. And that's a hybrid. Originally, we had the NEST, Science and Technology, and which we affectionately call the NEST, New Earth, Science and Tech. And then we also had the D&D, Design and Development, with Juan Schischler, who designed all these amazing domes. And we'd be in meetings and we would say, how are we gonna blend? How can we blend? And then this,
the scalar
technology, the actual Chiyo, one day I was looking at it, talking to Don, and I said, Bingo, that's it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to combine the nest with design and development. And people were like, how? What do you mean? Well, the scalar technology, the radionics, all of this, combined with the design as wearable art that is healing art, is that marriage, that fusion of these two disciplines, which are huge. So that's how we got that. And that is really working out well, so that all these folks can hang out together and co-create and do these projects together, like something like a Chiyo, which is a perfect manifestation of that.
We'll need to find a link to that to put in the show notes. Is there some information from the university about
Dr. Don Paris, the Chi-O, it's the Chi organizer. And it started out as like a little plastic thing that, you know, kind of this ugly plastic thing. And Don's wife said, oh, honey, I don't want to, this is kind of, I want to wear something nice around my neck. And then he got the idea of, with Juan, designing something really beautiful to wear.
So it looks like a pendant. It looks like a necklace that you're wearing. And what is it? What
Doesn't
is
it? Would you like to see it?
What is the healing? What is the healing? Well, the listeners can't see it, but we'll put a link to it. That's why I want to put a link so that people can understand. But what is the healing that this does?
I'm going to share with you because I'm.
Take your mic off.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
But this is not a visual show, so listeners are.
So if we can describe it for our listeners. So this is scalar technology, and so within it, it's got this amazing
like computer chips in there.
Yeah. And this
like
has
a
a
little
hologram.
SIM card,
That little card is a hologram which is programmed by Don for pain. And I happen to have some hip pain. And I have to tell you, thank God I brought this with me. Because for all of the sitting here that we're doing all day long.
So it relieves your pain, this chip in the necklace that you're wearing.
And it works. It really works.
Oh my gosh.
And there are many, he's got like about 30 of them. So they're for different, fear or pain or I don't know, so many different aspects, courage maybe, or
whatever it is you're working on.
Yeah. You see that?
Programmable. This is incredible. There's like a little computer chip in there.
It's so amazing.
Wow. And so there's a school that's teaching about this technology.
Yeah. So when you, if your listeners would like to visit, on YouTube, if you're into YouTube these days, which
everybody is.
I mean, everybody is. I certainly don't have my own channel, but what I do have is I have the honor to host a show for New Earth, and we're at the New Earth Nation channel. If anybody wants to subscribe
on YouTube, New Earth Nation
it's on
channel.
New Earth Nation, and it's called Kaleidoscope. And there is about a good, now these are in depth. These are not your little 5-10 minute quickie YouTube, hits.
Plan to spend some time and have your notebook out.
Oh yeah,
you're going to school.
This show is amazing. That's why I love doing the shows. I learned so much, So the show with Don is all about scalar technology, and he has a PowerPoint within the show. It's all video. It's amazing.
Yeah,
so that's
interesting.
So you could learn more.
This is great because I was really called to learning what scalar technology was. It's a brand new concept to me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make his talk, so thank you for giving me the nugget and the homework of where I can learn more.
Cool.
That's great.
Wonderful. It's so exciting. And last but not least is the School of the Living Arts, which is, this was a real tricky one because we have like the whole learning component. There were, all these faculties of learning. And so really essentially the main core discipline really is the heart of learning and education. Well, what I call unlearning, because we need to unlearn.
Oh yeah, deprogram.
Yes. And then sound and music, and of course the performing arts. That's the other discipline. That sacred action of that. Amazing. So we have sound healers and musicians. We have this fabulous gal. She's an opera singer in the UK. I mean, just extraordinary people from all over.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we have all these 6 schools that create the facets of New Earth University. And it's online. There are physical structures in the 5 to 10 year plan being built. Right now, the base of it is basically centered here at New Earth Haven. I mean, this is where you...
I mean, the base of it really is digital at this juncture, because
the university is only, let's see, maybe about 6 months old.
Okay.
From its former iteration. I mean, it's been around for a number of years as an institute.
Okay.
But it really wasn't active. It really wasn't doing much.
So we're getting this
You know
right
what
at the beginning
Oh,
of it.
yeah,
It's a
yes.
brand new, it's a newborn.
It is.
That's
It is
sweet.
absolutely newborn.
Yay.
Isn't it? And it's blossoming. We have, my goodness, I think we have at least about a half a dozen affiliates now with these delicious courses. For example, the Institute of Divine Potential has come on board with us the last few months. And they have, oh my goodness, they have at least a half a dozen amazing courses online that are embedded with us, that are available to folks.
Great.
And then our faculty are, like I was saying earlier, I believe, working on more mini courses, complementary. Complementary, that's the key. I always have people that come in that they share a little complementary course, something, and then from there build out.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow,
isn't that
what a
great?
great offering for the world, for those who are interested in expanding their own consciousness and being part of the solution on the planet and being the change. This is a great portal to come to educate yourself and expand your own awareness, your own consciousness, and be a part of the solution of creating the new earth and a new world together.
Yes.
Thank you for running that, for managing that. I can only imagine.
Thank you so much.
You know,
It
your
is,
to-do list every day.
oh my goodness, I always say, that's my new mantra this year, daunting but doable. It's doable.
It's mantra.
Absolutely doable. And we're doing it.
Yeah,
And that is
it's
the
happening.
beautiful thing. And the amazing souls that are coming forth that are just, let's play together. Let's collaborate. Let's do things.
Yeah, and
you know?
this show is for the people who want to be a part of it, be part of this story of the new earth. So
Yeah.
we'll make sure that the show notes include links to all these things that we talked about, and people can, get started right away.
Great. Excellent. newearth.university. How easy is that?
Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Nancy.
you, Magda.
So
You're
lovely
so my
getting to know
honor
you
and
better.
blessing. You're so beautiful.
Namaste.
Namaste. Oh. Wow.
Thank you. Thanks so much for answering the call to be here today. I'm so glad you're part of our tribe of activated rainbow warriors. If you found the show in any way empowering or inspiring, I would be so grateful if you would share the show on social media or with friends and family that you think would benefit from these conversations. And also, rate and review the show in iTunes. This is really the very best way to help support the show and help us get noticed by others who are looking for the sort of content that we're sharing. Now notice there are no outside ads playing here. That's because the show is supported by you, the listener. You can become a patron of the show with a small monthly donation by checking out the perks on our Patreon page at patreon.com/visionary lifestyle and signing up there. There's also a one-time donation button on the podcast page of the website if that suits you better. And just so you know, your donations help to cover the necessary out-of-pocket monthly expenses to produce the show, and will also help us grow so we can inspire and educate even more people. And hey tribe, I'd love to hear from you. Visit me at visionary-lifestyle.com and please tell me your comments and questions. I really look forward to connecting with you. I love you. Namaste.